I'd like to tell you that I died in epic fashion, guns blazing in the middle of a vast street brawl, or at least something scandalously hot, like falling off a balcony during the most incredible sex of my life. The truth? My death was cringingly mundane. I hopped off my moped on the grungy Philly street and loped across the road to the doggy daycare where a client was waiting. The blazing July sun made the asphalt stink, and chances were 10 to 1 the guys on the corner had crack and pistols underneath those baggy jerseys. It was hard to say which was more dangerous, the neighborhood or the package stashed in my shoulder bag. A well-paid courier doesn't ask what she's carrying. She just delivers the goods on time. One of the toughs whose name I'd never had to learn stood behind the front desk, and Jean was leaning against the wall nearby. Oh, joy. He straightened up and gave me a greasy smile as I tugged the taped-up parcel out of my bag.
Ari, always a pleasure.
Wish I could say the same, Jean, I said brightly, handing the parcel over to the tough. He examined it with a brisk nod and reached under the desk to get my money. Whines and yips emanated from the inner room where their few doggy charges hung out, providing a front for whatever their real business was. I didn't ask questions about that stuff. Jean blinked at me. I'd learned a long time ago that you could be as insultingly honest as you'd like, as long as you made the words sound cheery enough. Brains like his just didn't know how to process both the meaning and the tone at the same time. Unfortunately, the dimness of his brain also meant he never gave up on hitting on me, even though he was old enough to be my dad, and so smarmy I doubt I'd have had the slightest interest when he'd been in his 20s either. He was also the cousin of one of my biggest clients, so I couldn't just stab him a few times to get the point across, as much as I'd sometimes wanted to. Not fatally, of course. Just somewhere painful enough that message would stick. Instead, when he sidled over to me and tried to put his arm around my waist, I had to simply dodge to the side, pasting a stiff smile on my face. My hand dropped to the pocket of my jeans, taking comfort in tracing the lump of the switchblade I would use if I absolutely had to.